Hey, how's it going? How is everybody doing? Brandon Media Strategies, session 13, part A. Hope everybody's doing well. We're getting toward the end here, the nitty gritty. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Use that knowledge you learned over the past 12 weeks. Kick it into high gear. Let's kind of start finishing things out. Let's go through what we got to do. All right. Session 13. Okay, let's make sure we always do our attendance, start attempts. Let's see if it's the same question from history. What is resolution? The amount of detail in an image. That's it. Image ratio is ratio. Like that's not the resolution because that can change. You can update it. The tone quality, no. File compression level, no. The amount of detail in image is resolution. We do that when we're doing vector style, or not vector, when we are doing raster style projects. We should all know that. We should know how to deal with that. That's learned early on. You know, when you're placing images, they should be 300 DPI or above. All that kind of fun stuff that we deal with is making sure that when you work on projects that you do it correctly. You should be dropping 300 DPI images. I guess it's not always checked. I guess it's not always talked about, which maybe isn't good. I assume it was talked about earlier on when you do the software classes. Yeah, so it always should be 300 DPI at size. Meaning like if your image is placed into a document, it should be 300 DPI at the size that the image is placed into the document, which allows for a little bit of wiggle room, but not much. I guess if you want to know more, maybe I should add that in. Because as you can see, we are no longer, I have no more things to yell about with the PDF lectures. So those are done. Those are done. I can find out more, and there are 26 of them, eh? But they're all based on the stuff that we see the most happen wrong. Oh, I did talk about resolution. That was one of mine. So make sure you watch that, or you hope you watched it. Mid-session project review, we all know what to do. I'm going to work in reverse. I'm going to do every designer needs to know. I'm going to just talk about it. I'm not going to do it. I'm handing things off. You've seen me do these. You've seen me design both these and these. Talk about ideas. I want to leave it up to you. You be creative. This one is in Illustrator. It's 15 wide by 5 tall. All the information is here for you. This is a good one to read through. Kind of good to know this. There are 4 ways to be creative. Because we always get that. I get that. Oh, you're so creative. It just depends. You know, like, I don't know. You know, that's emotional and cognitive. I guess it works. I guess somebody did a paper on it. I read through it. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, the more I read through it, and then one that works better for me was this phase 2, this part 2, and understanding this. Read through this. It's quick, just a couple little pages, 2 pages, not even. Understand that. So the reason I think this is almost more important is this is what makes it enjoyable. Whatever you do, sports, not hanging out, doing creative stuff. Sports is somewhat creative, and getting in the flow state. But you can do that as a designer. You can do that as an artist. You have the first one. This is great. You have to be focused. Focus attention on your task. Here's that one where I talk about it all the time. Tell people you got work to do and do it. Separate for an hour. I know we got people. People are always up in our business, aren't they? And I just want to design. So every once in a while, I have to say, I need an hour. I'm going to go and work for an hour. and I'm not going to bring my phone. I don't want you to bug me. 1 hour is all I ask. It's not that hard. Guess what? They'll understand, and the world won't go to hell in a handbasket. Like things will progress without you for an hour, and you can really figure out what to do and how to do it. And 99% of the time, if you give yourself an hour, you will be like, oh God, I finished in less time because I had more time. And that workflow is really weird. We're gonna achieve a goal. Yeah, that's always like, what are you gonna go in? What are you gonna start doing? You won't get in the workflow unless you know what you want to do. I don't get this receive constant feedback. I guess this is from yourself and changing, and like you can't kind of get constant feedback while in a flow state. You have control over your actions. That's again telling people like, I'm doing this for a while. Stop bugging me. Turn everything off. Nobody can bug you. I get both of these time changes. I get the speed up and the slow down. The speed up one, I will say like the speed up one happens at night when I have the TV on and I'm like kind of just sketching away and not really paying attention. And then I'll look at the clock and be like, oh my God, we got to get our kid to bed. Like it's like time. Because, just something's on in the background. I'm not really paying attention to the, like I said, watch Top Chef or something dumb. I don't need to watch it. I just look up every once in a while and keep drawing. The slowdown one, that's usually when I'm on my own and I'm like, I'll set a list of things. I got to get this done, this done, this done, this done, this done. And when it's a creative one, I would like give yourself 1 hour to do this. And if I have a dedicated hour, I'll be like, dun, 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 and then all of a sudden I'm done and I'll look up. I was like, oh my God, that was only 30 minutes. What was I worried about? Like, and I'll kind of go in being like, I hope I can get it done in an hour, and I'll get it done in 30 minutes. And it's just as good as I thought it would be. That one happens to me. The self does not feel threatened. I think that's just time. The flow state is personal. Yeah. And then cross culture, that's just the thing. Flow state is pleasurable. Yes, it is. I love it when I can do it. I love just getting in that time frame and just being like just the design, just to work on the stuff. It's great. So read over this one. And then this is a weird 39. I think I was just throwing this in because get all the chapters in the book. But it's funny. Super quick one. So read over that. Pick your item. Let's design it. Use your only typography, no images. No images. No graphics. Images. Graphics are images. See people starting to sneak stuff in. No. This is your get in the flow. Only typography. I can only use typography. I can only use 2 typefaces and 3 colors. Then just use that. That's your parameters. Feel safe? No. That you can't do anything else. And knock her out. So take care of that. Graphic design discovery final. This is not what you think. This is what you're going to do. You're going to gather the past 4 design projects you've completed. The discovery design projects. Discovery A, B, C, and D. You're going to use the PDF files that you created and place them in an Illustrator file. Here's the link, and I'm going to download it. I'm going to show you what to do and show you the right way. What do you mean the right way? I'm just going to drop in those ones. You're going to be dropping in the press ones, not the other ones. What do you mean? Because there's bleed. It's a big project. Like, I know it. I know. Oh, it's going to be super easy. It is going to be super easy, but you have to do it the right way. All right. Here it is. And see how it has bleed on it? It means it has to have bleed on it. Each piece will fit in here perfectly. With bleed, you just have to, for Illustrator, clipping mask. And it's so easy. So I'm going to open up what I got. D, I got B and D. So I'm going to go to File, Export, Export As, and this is going to be my press. I'm going to do each one so you guys watch me do it, and there's no screw-ups, and then there's bleed. export, and I want press. I'm going to view that after saving. Great. Export. I got the bleed. Perfect. This is B. God, I hope it fits. I hope it didn't run. All right. Then I'm going to open B. And what you can do is place it. File. Place. Oh, damn it. I didn't look where it went to. It should go to downloads, I think. Oh. Okay. Desktop. Place it. Now, if I place this, it should be 100% correct. 100% the size, 100% everything. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up them crappie marks, right? So it bleeds off the page, and it's snapped into place. I'm not kidding you. It's snapped. And then I'm going to create a box that's going to extend past. And I'm going to grab both, go to Object, Clipping Mask, Make. And there we have it. And it's extending past to the bleed, but it's not cutting off. And it's full image. See how that works? It took me 1 minute. You got to create your own title. This is your piece. And let's do D. I don't think, oh, this wasn't completed, but I'm just going to go with it, okay? So ignore that you can't read the text. File, export, export as, and you guys should have these. These are the client ones. Export, press, export PDF. It's got bleeds, got everything. I'm going to close it. I'm going to go to D. I got a little layer there for you. File, place, D, place. Here it is. And boop. Oh, I hate when I do that. File, place. I don't know why I do that. I must like move a little bit. Place. There we go. Again, right into the spot where it needs to be. Now, D is on the bottom. I really just need to line up, these. It can overlap. Like I only have to cut off this edge, right? Because it should underlap the top one. Like one should underlap. It's one less thing you have to worry about. And then it'll help you eliminate any white line that may show up. So for this one, all I need to do is line it up with that straight line, and I can make the box like huge like that. I just want to clip off that little part right there. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to Object. I selected them both. Object, Clipping Mask, Make. Kapoo. There we are. And you do that with A and C and create your title. And then you're going to have a poster that is a representation of the design work you've done. Don't worry about this. This is a template. Those will all go away. And I want everything as normal. So that's what you're going to do. You already did the 90% of the work. Just got to create a cool title. And that's up to you. All right. Let's talk. I don't always do this, but I'll talk about the project as well. Where we left off, what I've been up to, what I've been doing. And I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in to make it tighter in a minute. So I did this, and a type one. I kept coming back to this one. I couldn't let it go. I didn't want to do it, but it just kept calling me back. I think this one was too much like the other one, the Sunday, this one. And I've done type changes. So what I did is I went into Illustrator. I created 3 perfect circles. I like mathematically split in half and yada, yada, yada. If this is how it arranges, like make sure like it's the halfway mark, it's the halfway mark, it's the halfway, like Yeah. So I double checked everything. Then I went in and I started sketching more, doing all my sketches, trying to figure things out. And then I got to this point and the power went out. So and then I couldn't work on it anymore because their power went out. I was working on a desktop, not a laptop. And the Wi-Fi went out. So even if it saved to a certain point, I couldn't get it back because I couldn't get on the Wi-Fi. Our power was out from 1:30 yesterday until 11:30 this morning. So it's been out. And it's kind of been bugging me, and I've been working all day. And then, we go through items, and I'm working on it. Trying to find what the circles. This doesn't need to be this. There, that's a little bit there. I think that's where I was at. And I was like, this is kind of like what I sort of like, I was feeling stuck. And this is like the flow state, or this is about letting go. This is in the article. This is in the articles that you read about, like, taking some time, coming back to it. It's in that cognitive creativity part. And so I couldn't work on this. And I was like, oh, it's not working. I was like, it's okay, but it's not feeling it. And then I saw something and I was like, oh. And then so really quickly I resketched Earth. And I want it to be like this, like viney, like changing the letters. I want to make sure that, and I did this in a minute. I did this in a minute a little bit ago. And I was like, this is what I want. Like this kind of like, I'm more like elf and woodsy. And then I can maybe work with these a little bit and maybe reform these. And then so now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I can knock this out tonight, and get it to a point and then do my 5 versions. So like, then when I do stuff like, do I, make these look more like this, and give it, I think it, give it a little bit more life. And then the day would be the same, day would be the same kind of, more peaky letters. And then hopefully they would come together a little bit better. I'm doing kind of a horrible job on this day, but I think that's what I was looking for. But it always takes a while for me. And I got to make sure that doesn't look like a V. And then it's not going to be in red. I only picked red because I needed a different color to differentiate what I was working on. So this is where I'm going to go. And as you can see, I even brought in those logos. And I was like, oh, I do this one in the middle or this one. And I know I still have to do this down here. 25% off all Dr. Bronner soaps. And then I think I'll probably do some weird things like, why couldn't I do like % off, and then put the logo, up here. That could be a version. And then still have it be a repeat, 25% off, and maybe all Dr. Bronner soaps. Maybe I can interject that into there. It's still splitting it, but still having the message, right? And that's what we're looking for. And then, yeah, I think this is it. I think this is what I needed for me to be excited about this and to work on it more and develop, once I get this, and then I can do the letters, I'll probably do lowercase. I did do an experiment. And that was another thing that shut down. I'll show you. I did do a type experiment. if it loaded. Oh no. Oh yeah. Cause it's not, I don't want to call it cheating, but I was like, how am I going to do this text? And so this is that starter point, and I created this shape and I cut through it to create two halves. So I was like, do I break up celebration? Do I have it fill it? What's it like lowercase? What's it like uppercase? And this is the envelope distort. It doesn't do the best job, but it gives you maybe a little bit of a framework to understand spacing and letters, and then you can work with that more if you're so inclined, especially when you're like distorting letters. So I don't know. Maybe that will be one where I do one version with it stacked, one version stacked, one version flat. All caps is a little bit much. I think I have more control when I'm going to do it. I don't know if it's going to be upper and lower case. It's such a long word to fit into here. But I think I can do it. And I have to let myself be loose a little bit. Like I watch a designer, crispy, like what if it's like sell, like, and I put a B, like Y, T can go and I, O, and like, like I can play. I have to give myself liberties to play with stuff and fit it in weird spots. So, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that tonight while I watch Top Chef. So that's where we're at. And I know I got to think about like the background. Like, I think I do want to do a light blue. I want these to be like bubbles, so they're going to be solid form, which will give me some like, we're looking at this as this is red, but maybe it'll be light blue with white, and it'll look more like bubbly. Or maybe I'll figure out how to do some like not gross rainbow bubble effect. When you look at a bubble, there's shimmery rainbow. So that's where I'm at. I didn't think I was going to do this, but I'm very happy. Gosh forbid for the power being out for 24 hours. Like, I stepped away. I thought about it. I was in a direction. I was working on it. And then, like I said, it was an hour ago that I did this. Like right after the other one, I was like, put something on. And I was like, oh, shit, that's the form. So there you go. All right. Well, that's it for me. You guys know what to do. I'm excited to see your work. I'm excited to see what's going on as we close out the semester. I will be with you again Thursday to talk about the next steps, the logo development, show you my process some more. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Otherwise, I'll see you on Thursday. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.